Hey everyone, John Kolb with Suffering Outdoors. Today I'm sharing with you two awesome e-scouting tools specifically for Pennsylvania that I think will help you find deer. All right, so let's jump right into this. The first tool I'm going to go over is from the DCNR, and this can be found, I'll post a link in the comments section. This is a map with various layers that are super helpful for deer hunting. The first one I'm going to show you is the DMAP area. So if I click here, I can see that this is a specific DMAP unit, 1506. You can see the boundaries, the border lines. First, I'm going to apologize. I've never hunted in this area. I don't know if this is a good spot to hunt. This is just illustrative purposes. If you hunt here, please don't get upset. It's not spot burning. Again, never been here. You can do this anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania. So first, DMAP. You can see state parks and forests areas. You can see WMUs. This one is awesome. This is timber harvest since 2005. So if I turn this layer on, I can see all the timber harvest. I'm just going to zoom out here. Whole state of Pennsylvania. Boom, timber harvest. So I think that's going to be one thing that's really going to help Pennsylvania become a really good big buck hunting state. There's so many areas that this is creating awesome habitat, awesome cover, and a great place for deer to live and grow old. So if I click on one of these layers, it's going to show you the type of timber harvest, just timber harvest type removal, and then the year, 2009. In my area, they put fences up usually for 10 to 15 years. So you can kind of see when the fence or when the work was done. Sometimes there's fences around them, sometimes there's not. So you have to do some legwork. You can't just assume it has a fence or not. But it's going to show you what year it was harvested, if it has been harvested, if it was shelter wood, if it was removal, or just a harvest area. And it shows the acreage. So the next layer I'm going to show, if you like grouse hunting, you can see young aspen, winter thermal cover, which is going to be your conifers, herbaceous openings, which would be like food plots. I'll zoom out here, see if there's any. Yep, food plots. It could be just a pipeline or a power line, but something that's going to potentially draw deer to browse on just grass or vegetation. This one's really cool, oak forest. You can see all the oak tops. And then, of course, where there aren't. Now, just because it's not brown doesn't mean that there's not oaks there. It's just this was surveyed and it has a high concentration of oaks. So that's pretty cool. Again, you can see pretty much Pennsylvania is dominated by hardwoods. So a lot of oaks in Pennsylvania. Here's your public forest borderline. But how I use this, if we turn on timber harvest, we turn on thermal cover, and we turn on oak forest, you can start to see some transition areas or transition lines. So we have the various timber harvest, timber removal. We have the pine ridge or the winter thermal cover and the oak top. So you see these transition lines. Now, how do we actually tell if that's going to be a good area to hunt? You got to actually put boots on the ground and look. Or I'm going to show you here my next tool. This next tool is from Penn State, and it is a high quality leaf off imagery. So if you look at Onyx or some of the other mapping tools like Google Earth I use religiously, there may be areas where there is no leaf off imagery, so it just looks like a sea of green and it's hard to see the fine details of what's actually there. And we can see on the map, look, here is thermal cover. You can tell this is the timber harvest area. And then again, here's the other thermal cover line on the other side of the ridge up until this clear cut area. And you can see here. Now this does have imagery, but again, leaf on, relatively useless, not high quality. I'm going to zoom back out here. I'm going to switch this back to topo. and I'm going to come over to the Penn State imagery. Let's just zoom into an area and see why this tool is super valuable. So look how close I'm getting in the detail on this imagery. So I can see where it transitions here into this clear cut area right along these pines. And then you can see it's relatively open in this area. Not a lot of cover for the deer. But up here, look, you have a couple lines coming together, really open. You have this clear cut coming through in these pines. This could potentially be a good buck bedding area where they can bed right in the thick stuff and look into this open area and feel safe in the cover and then get up and move through the cover. Now if I come down here on the edge, some other things I'm looking for, look at kind of this detail here. Now this doesn't show anything on this map as far as any type of cover or clear cuts, but you can tell there's been some work done. There's some old logging roads, so maybe this was clear cut before 2006. But what I like about this would potentially be a good flintlock hunting spot because we have this winter thermal cover. We have this ridge line that the deer can get down over and escape, and then they may be using the south-facing slope here in wintertime. Could also be a good shed hunting area. So that is my two tools together. I hope you guys appreciated this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and have a great day.